In the world of men and women, there are many types, aren't there? I mean, we're accustomed to seeing people who dress in the appropriate fashion and people who dress in last year's fashion because it's just slightly off, but it's still looking good. Then there are people who dress in retro fashion, and then there are people who color and dye their hair who really haven't adjusted to the truth of professional life. In other words, they're not that fashion designer off in New York, and they're not that famous Hollywood star or that Rodman guy who plays basketball. They're just a person who wants to be different, wants to look different, wants to say, fuck the man. In other words, I'm not going to play in society's rules. The challenge for that person is that they don't mature very quickly. They don't take time to self educate. They don't take time to read books other than maybe fantasy novels or military stuff and strategy or some sort of comic book era because they think that's the way to enjoy life. And it is absolutely their choice. They may absolutely choose to be a boob in life, meaning someone who doesn't do a goddamn thing to protect America, to enjoy other people, to socialize appropriately, to succeed in the world, or to find finances so that they are not impoverished in old age. A young person in their 20s is rarely guided in how to guide themselves through a career path through one step at a time, through periods of work, meaning 2 or 3 years at a company, and then they move to the next. Some young people jump ship multiple times until they find it, and in the youth of their day, that is possible. But as we get into our 30s, as we move into our 40s, it's harder, in theory, of most people's minds, to make a shift and transition to a new idea, a new way of living, a new way of earning, and a new way to make residual or long term or retained, as I like to call it, income.